Hi everyone, welcome back to Mass Effect 2. So last time we completed the Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC with Liara, and it was fantastic. I had a really great time with the DLC. I kind of had like two main parts. The bit where we dealt with the rogue, well, not rogue, but the other Asari Spectre, whose name I keep forgetting. But that, you know, she made some interesting points and comparisons to us working for Cerberus, but I don't know, she was being an outright assassin at certain points during her career, so that is a little different, although we are doing missions for Cerberus, so I don't know, I don't think that they're completely parallel, but I understand the point she was making, but people are always going to try and justify their own actions, right? And we got some kind of re-emergence of the romance with Liara, and I feel like our whole kind of character arc building up to this has actually been really satisfying from a roleplay perspective in terms of you know, meeting our whole new crew, our new ship, our new mission, Liara not being a part of that. Liara's changed life, me kind of being tempted by Samara, but it not being kind of right at all, and then that ending as it did in a really satisfying way, and then coming here with Liara, and it was honestly, this romance feels so much better now than it did in the first game, because the first game had that whole kind of awkward beginnings feel to it, whereas now we feel more like our own individuals. And you know, Liara's grown as a person. She's much different now. She's not the kind of bumbling scientist that she was. She's this kind of, you know, figurehead now, and you know, we've gone our own way now as well. We're not kind of around each other all the time, and that feels a bit more realistic, right? Two kind of different individuals together, and I kind of like that we've got a romance with someone who's not on the Normandy, right? I like the idea that she's off doing her own thing. That feels kind of a more somehow realistic to me. And we got a kind of a nice little tasteful romance scene, bit of banter, bit of flirting back and forth. It was all really satisfying. And will you leave my arse alone, please? I know I look good in this dress, but Jesus. So what we're going to do, we're going to read the other dossiers. We read Miranda's and Mordin's. I think, interestingly, I think it would have given Miranda's quest a bit more emotional weight had we read this before going, when we knew about the whole infertility issue. And then you can kind of look at her sister as being less of a sister, or as being, you know, halfway between sister and daughter. You know, I imagine it's like that for people who have a younger sibling who's quite a bit younger than them, and maybe they had to look after them quite a lot. You know what I mean? That kind of thing where you're not quite a brother or sister in the way that you can be irresponsible together, when there's like that gap, when there's that difference in when you have to be one has to be responsible for the other. It's a slightly different sibling relationship, right? And so that kind of gives a bit more poignancy to her wanting to protect Oriana, because that's kind of, you know, she might see it as the only family she might ever be able to have, right? And because of their genetic similarities and everything, just gives it that extra bit of weight. So maybe it would have been best to do this mission before going to Miranda's, knowing that, but I don't. But yeah, that was interesting learning about Miranda. Reading about her on the dating websites was funny. We had Mordin's, like, the transcript of the whole mission, and it was actually really dark to read, right? It was like, I don't know, it was like reading a, you know, we've been over the genophage and the genophage alteration and stuff, and it's, I still don't necessarily condemn, and I definitely don't condone, but that definitely pushes you more towards condone, because no, it's not condone, towards condemn, because living through it like that, it felt really dark, didn't it? It felt like you were experiencing a tragedy. It really did, or like a war crime. Reading through that, I started to feel quite I don't know what the right word is, but while I was reading, I just started to feel like you were there, and that you were a part of something wrong. That is what it felt like, really. So maybe my mind will be changed about the genophage alteration, the genophage variant. I'm not sure, but it definitely made it feel a lot more tangible in terms of what it might have, it just felt off. It felt really off in a way that it was well written, is what I mean. So what we're going to do now, before we do any potential side questing, we're going to check everyone else's out. Let's just do them in order. Oh, there are more. This. I swear this thing wasn't here last time. The Shadow Broker, Hackett, Anderson, Aria, Captain Bailey, Cerberus itself. Nice. You see, I didn't see this because I kept trying to scroll down with the mouse wheel and it wouldn't go. Oh, we've got so much to read, guys. This episode is just going to be a dossier reading episode. My hard drive on my computer is so dangerously full. Basically, yeah, it's so dangerously full. I've got, like, the problem is, like, I have a big external hard drive. Then that's, like, full now as well. It's a nightmare. This is the biggest challenge. Because, I mean, I've got 4 drives on my computer. I've got 2 SSDs and I've got 2 HDDs, right? I've got a small SSD for the operating system. I've got a 1 terabyte SSD that I put the games on so that they run quick. I've got a 2 terabyte hard disk drive that the recordings go on, and then I've got a 4 terabyte hard disk drive that I store stuff on. And everything's like, the 2 hard disk drives are just full. My external's nearly full. Because what I usually do is that the recording file is usually the biggest file. So when I render the video down to a lower bit rate so that it compresses properly on YouTube. And those are usually around 10 gig each, depending on the frame rate and everything. It's usually between 6 to 12 gig for a rendered episode, whereas like the raw recording is usually 50 to 150 gigabytes. So I delete the raw recording afterwards because I can't keep that many for like a 50 episode series. I would have no money left buying all the hard drives, but I'm running out of space. Okay, right. Jacob, ex-Alliance soldier, biotic training. Despite solid service history, clearly placed on Shepard's team primarily for stabilizing elements of personality. Of our personality? Yeah, fair enough. Workout routine. Jesus. Crunches, side crunches, squat thrusts, leg lifts. Dude, he's got like no arse in that suit. How is he's not doing any squats? He's doing a lot of sit-ups as well. That's pointless. Most popular workout entertainment: Jellyfish Blasto, Making of Blasto, Old Yeller, and Asari Confessions 26. Okay, great. Military correspondence: Mr. Jacob Taylor, Tower 2, Bashret Ward on the Citadel. Dear Mr. Taylor, it was with great regret that I learned of your resignation from the Alliance military. In your many years of service, you have proven yourself an exemplary Marine. You have been an invaluable asset to the Alliance military, and we will miss your expertise and loyalty. It is for this reason that I am prepared to offer you a promotion to the rank of First Lieutenant, along with the corresponding raise in pay grade. I would welcome you as an addition to my company. I hope that you will give my offer due consideration, and I personally look forward to your response. Sincerely, Colonel Hashim Banks, 1st Earth Division Special Forces, Alliance Military. So he turned down a promotion. Interesting. This is Dad. Wait, what? Oh, from Ronald. I thought that was right. Was his dad's name Ronald? I can't even remember. Son. Oh, this is what he sent him upon his death. Or his supposed death. So this is before he found out about his harem. Son. If you're reading this, then I'm gone. With the inherent dangers of these missions, it seems foolish not to have some letter like this ready, so I'm sending this before we get too far from our last relay. I remember the look on your face when I left. You wanted to ask me not to go, but you didn't. You've grown to be a wise young man with a strong sense of duty. I wish I could take credit for that, but it has more to do with who you are than anything I taught you. The truth is, I haven't been around enough, and if you're reading this, then I'm never going to have the chance to fix that. My job is an important one, but a man can't hide behind the pressures of work. This was to be my last trip. Easy for me to say now, I know, but the money from this expedition would have let me settle down with you and your mother to carve out some kind of peaceful life, peaceful, quiet life, far away from the pressures of space. Before I left, you were talking about joining the Alliance. I hope you find the same kind of peace and camaraderie with your team that I've found on the Gernsback. I love you, son, and I'm proud of the man you've become. I wish I could have told you that one last time. Love, Dad. Yeah, we know what kind of camaraderie you found on the Gernsback, mate. But I guess the man he became doesn't necessarily mean the man he wasn't a good, well, somewhat of a good person, I suppose. But I don't know. It's a difficult thing, right? Ultimately, you don't really know how you're going to act in that kind of crisis, right? You'd like to think you'll act a certain way, but you honestly don't know. You just don't know, man. You really don't. Okay, this will be interesting if we get some kind of details about, more specific details about what Jack was doing in the in-between, right? Because she's very vague about running with pirate gangs, mercenaries, blah blah blah. Okay, abnormal biotic powers. Archived combat footage compares favourably with Pragia's facilities' expected results. Easily manipulated through emotional impairment created by severe abuse and confinement during childhood. That's true, but that's really dark to read in terms of manipulation. Subject Zero's extranet log. No, Subject Zero avoids the Normandy's extranet connection and works off of a private Omnitool line. Search of Citadel Newsnet archives. Search terms: Cerberus, Cerberus and Pragia, Pragia, Teltin, Cerberus and Teltin. Cerberus Doctors, Elusive Man, and Miranda Lawson. Citadel Newsnet archives. Galactic history, the last decade. Signed up on Citadel Newsnet forums. Username. Yep. Video of Geth attack on Eden Prime. Video of Geth attack on the Citadel. Video of Commander Shepard's Spectre inauguration. Closed after 12 seconds. Video of the crash of the first Normandy, interior footage. Video of Alliance vessel escape pod procedures, twice. Mass relay locations map. Saved local copy. Major shuttle ports on Citadel worlds. Saved local copy. Major shuttle ports in the Terminus system, saved local copy. Travel warnings. List of Citadel no-flight zones. Saved local copy. Banned from Citadel Newsnet forums. Excessive and repeated swearing, derogatory comments, inflammatory comments, circumventing work-safe filters. Signed up for Galactic Champion Poker 2100. Okay, fair enough. Played Galactic Champion Poker for 15 minutes. Banned from Galactic Champion Poker. Altercation with other players. Chat room moderators. Used commercial VI program to wipe extranet history. A private message. Intercepted message transmission. Okay, Jacqueline. Dear Jacqueline Naught. Oh, Subject Zero. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for your submission to Galactic Poetry Monthly. We regret that we are unable to use your submission at this time. Galactic Poetry Monthly generally focuses on metered verse, and you may wish to check our guidelines before submitting again. Sincerely, Megan McCarran, Submissions Editor. Oh God. The text of your submission. My soul burns with a fire of darkness, quenched only in the pain of loneliness. I hold my breath waiting until spots appear black as the past, and fill my lungs with lies of hope. I mark myself, black and jagged, to cover the scars that make me a monster. A warning. This is not a place of horror. No esteemed deeds dead are buried here. She's still haunted, man. Understandable, right? Helios Medical Facility, Eden Prime 2165, tapped for possible Cerberus involvement. Dr. Castor, I'm so sorry, these things... There's so much about prenatal element 0 exposure that we don't understand. Unidentified woman, but no, she was fine. She was fine and happy. You just told me she needed a checkup. It happened quickly. We were unable to bring her back. You just said she needed a checkup. How did this happen? I'm very sorry. I want to see her. No, ma'am. Believe me. After what the seizures did to the poor child's body, you don't. I don't. How did this happen? We don't know. I'll be honest, this isn't the first infant we've lost this way. Oh. Why? God, why? We're working on treatments. The government doesn't put much effort into it, though. Don't want to interfere with their biotic recruitments. Sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Listen, this may not be the right time, but if you'd be willing to let us study your baby's body, we can do some tests. You want to keep her? I don't want another family to go through what you went through. Okay, yeah, whatever helps. Thank you so much. The nurse will have you sign a few forms. I'm sorry, ma'am. Unidentified woman leaves at this point. Opens a secure channel. Authorization 3362. Yes, it's me. I've got a candidate. Yes, highest potential I've seen in years. No, the family has been dealt with. Send a team from Prague here. ASAP. Kidnapped at birth. At birth, man. Fuck these people, man. Man, that is the worst. That was on... Was that on Horizon, did it say? No, Helios. Where's Helios? Oh, no, on Eden Prime. That was on Eden Prime. So that's why she was searching for the Geth attacks, I guess. Zaeed Masani. I wish we could go and talk to Jack some more, man. Blue Sun's founder. Lost leadership of Suns through lack of interpersonal skills and political judgment. High mission success rate, even after near-death experience. Has completed several missions offered by agents. Involvement of the Shadow Broker in these missions withheld. Audio transcript. Partial transcript of conversation recorded on the Normandy's lower decks. Kelly? Zaeed Masani. So this hotshot Turian moves in by the door, ignores my hand signal, and gets hit straight through the visor. Oh my. It's like he was expecting slavers to hand out business cards instead of bullets. Is he alright? The Turian? Nah, sniper took his head clean off. Oh dear. Right. It all went to shit after that. We jammed their radio equipment, but the slavers got off a shuttle that came back with a bomb. But they were keeping people in that camp. Sure, they'd lose some credits, but there's always another civilian transport in the terminus systems. So I'm beginning to realise, what did you do? Got the hell out. We killed their captain and the guards like we were hired. I figured the merc flying the shuttle wouldn't be dumb enough to blow up his own base once we left. What happened? The Blood Pack always did them incredibly... The Blood Pack always did like them incredibly. Goddamn stupid. Those people are dead then. Okay, so that was just like a psych evaluation then. I thought that was going to be something humorous. Okay, a personal note written by Masani to himself after being approached by Cerberus. He writes in a coding system that's popular among terminus system mercs. See entry for the non-deciphered text. This could be it. If this elusive man's money goes through, it's time to get serious about buying a new property. Got to narrow it down to a place I can stand for more than a year. Elysium? Only if the Alliance gets serious about taking out the Batarians in the Verge. So, not in my lifetime. Ilium's an easy place for a man to disappear whether he wants to or not. I think I'll pass. Earth's still too bloody crowded. Beckenstein. Decent weather, good food, mostly human. Good choice if I can stay under the radar. Eden Prime? Best garden world in the galaxy, but nothing's rebuilt but the farms. Hell, Maybe I should just buy a ship full of explosives and commit suicide by Omega. Easiest retirement plan I've come up with so far. Fair enough. Okay, Garrus. Okay, former CSEC officer, exceptional tactical and team building skills, leadership potential overshadowed by Shepard. Unlikely to fully develop under Shepard's command. Interesting. I wonder if Garrus will be gone in the third game with this in mind then. In terms of maybe he goes out on his own, because he led that band of vigilantes himself, right? So, yeah. Noted criminal deaths on Omega. Riish Shurta, gang leader, headshot. Selkie Chiron, gang enforcer, headshot. Kron Haga, slaver, gunshot wounds, all extremities and primary organs. Rifle butt fracture to face, 3rd degree burns to most of body. Hart Urek, saboteur, suffocation. Jesus. Oh, suit malfunction. Gus Williams, weapons smuggler, headshot. Thralog Mirkit, red sand dealer, chemical overdose, red sand, direct contact with all 4 eyes. So he was a Batarian. Zel Ainik, Nart Helash, viral specialist, serial killer. Cough. Okay. Visor specs. Targeting visor. Unique model based on Kawashi frame. Heart rate detects heart rate fluctuations, can measure biotic fields, optional kill timer, can track enemies. Hotlink, okay. Okay, music that he plays, Die for the Cause, a Turian anthem. Okay, Blue Azure, okay, great. 10 names carved into the frame of his visor. Irash, Montague, Merrin, Grundan Krull, Melanis, Ripper, Sensat, Vortash, Butler, Weaver. Additional name carved and subsequently burned out. Sidonis, yeah, all his former teammates. Justicar Samara. Asari Justicar. Rigidity of Justicar code makes her movements and mission outcomes predictable. Mother to 3 Ardat Yakshi, one of which remains wanted for murder in Citadel space. A transmission log. Samara, I have called you together to ask something of you. It's not a small thing, but it is for the best. Rila, Thalaire. Are you receiving this? Thalaire, quite well. Rila. It's mother. We're in a common room. There are communicators, 2 near the door. Try now, mother. This news would be best delivered in person, but I am not allowed to travel before now. I have something I must do. It's hazardous, and thus I must do it alone. What do you mean, hazardous? Sorry. Rila. Sorry, right. Tomorrow, I take the oath of solitude. It's to prepare me for the other oaths, but it means... You what? It's an oath required of all who... I know what it means. Mother, I'm 42 years old. I've heard of Justicars. Then do you understand why I must do it? No. The life of a Justicar is dangerous. I will make enemies, and they would seek to use you. That I understand. What is not clear is why you do this in the first place. It's not enough that we live 100 light years away from you in a dank fortress, that we have no communicator of our own, but must use this communal one. Do you know what it means to us to hear your voice? I am sorry, Thalaire. And now you take that away. That is wounding, but it is the truth. I wish there was some other path. And you called us instead of coming to see us. If I came to see you, I would never leave. You know what that would mean. Is she that terrible, Mother? Is she so much of a menace that you would deny us ever seeing you, ever hearing your voice again? My dear, I cannot lose her on the world and pretend I owe her victims nothing. Her crimes are my crimes. In time, you may see as I do. Time is a weak salve for a fresh wound. Please, do not let anger ruin this. We will have our lives to contemplate the pain and loss. Can we not see from one another's eyes just for a moment? Silence. Thalaire, I don't want to lose you, Mother. Not over someone as small as Mirala, or whatever she calls herself now. And Rila, you have been silent. Are you in accord? I can only say I will yearn for you too. Surely you have more than that. Is this the only way you will have any righteousness, Mother? It will let me live a just life. Then the goddess forbid I take it from you. Rila terminates call. She loves you, Mother. She didn't say it, but she does. And you? Can you understand why I must do this? Catch her. Just catch her. Falair terminates the call. Oh, she's such a strong person, right? To keep it together. Not spoken to them since, man. Possessions bequeathed by Justicar Samara. Large goods. 4-bedroom home on Thessia. Furniture and household appliances. Elkos Sapphire family skycar. Clothing and jewellery. Casual clothing. Intimate negligees. Dancing dresses. Bond ceremony gown. Bond ceremony bracelet. Hollow locket. Images of bondmate. Children. Reprogrammable. Baby and children's clothing. Various. Miscellaneous. Lifetime Ceres Fitness membership pass. First place trophy for Amateur Skyball League. Vid and novel library, various photo albums, sculpture of Samara and bondmate. Why can't we learn the name? Personalised happy birthday mum travel mug with photo of Samara and children. Hand cracked and repaired. Some glue marks visible. Memorial sphere, bondmate. Birthing creche. Ah, that was really sad, man. Her and the kids. Tali'Zorah, vast Normandy. Mechanic and engineer. Typical Quarian investment in species future instead of personal advancement. Father's work useful in widening tensions between Geth and Quarian races. Suit process log. Suit process. Upgraded interface GUI for relic technology. Fee authorization. Project Haystrom. Upgraded suit diagnostics for radiation detection. Upgraded Omni tool for enhanced data entry. Upgraded translator software for all human languages. Installed suit application, Nutriscan, yeah, engine master, nerve stim. Downloaded entertainment vid Exiles, portraits of the lost Quarians. Installed prototype defense suit, shield jack. Upgraded medical scanning and quarantine suit, yeah. Uninstalled suit application, nerve stim, reinstalled nerve stim. Understanding body language, human edition, education video. Fleet and the flotilla, uninstalled suit application, nerve stim pro. Why does she keep uninstalling this? Human courtship and mating. Okay. I guess, yeah, she's a romance option for male shepherds, isn't she? So, installed suit application, Immuno Boost, Professional Edition. Reinstalled suit application, Nerve Stim Pro, Deluxe Edition. Okay. Maybe she was trying to wean herself off it, but ultimately couldn't cope without it. A message chain. To the Shadow Broker, from Tali'Zorah Naraya. I know you don't know me. I'm the daughter of Admiral Rael Zora, and I've run into trouble on my pilgrimage. I was investigating a disabled Geth and found a recording that seems to indicate that a spectre named Seren is working with the Geth. Alright, this is how we originally met her. He betrayed the council and is working for some group called the Reapers. I'm on the Citadel now, but Seren's people are after me. This is too big for me to deal with. I'm willing to offer you the information in exchange for protection. Are you interested? I'm interested. If you were smart to come to me, I have an enforcer on the Citadel named Fist. He can protect you. Give him the information and let him get you someplace safe. No deal. Seren has turned too many people against me. If we're doing this, I want to meet you in person. I can't trust anybody else. Understood. I'll meet you in person. Fist will set it up. I'm forwarding you the intel on a Quarian named Tali'Zorah. She wants a meeting and she's got valuable intel. Get her someplace safe and avoid any intelligence channels. Spectre Seren Arterius is after her. When you get the intel, kill the Quarian and any of our operatives who had access to the data. This information can't be compromised. Top level security. You'll be compensated for the loss of any of your people. From Shadow Broker to Tali. Your agent was compromised. He tried to sell me out to Seren. I've turned the information over to a Human Alliance commander named Shepard, and I think I've got all the protection I need. Thank you for your offer, and I hope this doesn't affect any future exchanges. Of course, I apologize for Fist's behavior. Should you ever change your mind, I'd be more than happy to offer my personal protection. Please contact me at your earliest convenience. Interesting throwback there. A keystroke log. Begin new message. Dear Sen and Hashish Jurin, I am. Erase line. To the parents of Mir Jorin Vas, erase line. My name is Tali'Zorah Vas Nima, and I led the unit where your son was killed on Haestrom. Led the unit on Haestrom where your son died. Unit on Haestrom where Mir Jorin died. I didn't know Mir Jorin well, but he seemed like a good soldier and a brave young. I didn't get the chance to know Mir very well, but I only served with Mir for a short time, but I was impressed by his bravery and his commitment to his people. He died so that I could. He saved me at the sacrifice of his. He gave his life to get data that the Admiralty Board felt was to get data that will one day bring us back to the homeworld. I don't know if that helps. Back to the homeworld, and we will all honour his sacrifice. I regret. I am sorry for you. I understand what you must be. Save draft and exit. Man, that's tough, isn't it, man? No easy way of dealing with that. Okay. Castamy. Skilled break and enter specialist. Sentimental. Impulsive risk taker. Investigate lover's death and connection to alliance scandal. Poetry logs. Haikus. Breathless, glinting skin. Muscles working in rhythm. Cloaked desire watches. Looking at me now, his indifferent eyes smile. I am a puddle. Beautiful and good. Punishing with his kindness. Jacob is perfect. What? She's got a thing for Jacob. Jacob and his flat backside. Good for you. That was the worst haiku I've ever read. Jake putting Jacob in a haiku. Right. Personal correspondence from Castamy to Mateo. I don't know how to say that. Matthew. That's my name. Pellery, Blue Suns, Omega. I understand from my sources that you're looking to expand your collection of antiquities. These are the items I currently have in inventory. I was originally commissioned to obtain them, but when payment was not forthcoming, they became mine. The prices on all items are open to negotiation. In your case, I may prefer favors over credits. Please use this same secure channel to respond. Doom ceremonial headdress, Batarian, Da Vinci, Mona Lisa, human, completed works of esteemed poet. Zeso Thal Vashranok, Aquarian, the Kohinoor diamond, loose, human. That might be something I'm supposed to know. Turian battle spike, approximately 3,000 years old, origin unknown, believed to be one of two, but missing its pair. Great. Thane, a Drell assassin, achieved top ranks in Hanar training programs, responsible for 1 hour massacre on Omega. Advanced Kepral's syndrome makes neutralization a low priority. Kill methods. Interesting. Human. Rear approach. Check shoulder to prevent turning. Hands to chin and base of skull. Neck snap. Alternative. Check and grab shoulder. Arm around throat. Grip jaw. Single arm. Neck snap. Asari. Front approach. Throat punch to collapse airway. Arm control. Lock to neutralize biotics. Advanced hip throw. Grip chin and scalp. Neck snap. Alternative. Warp field on biotic barrier. Step past. Kick to the back of the leg to collapse knee. Step in with knee to spine. Grip chin and scalp. Neck snap. Turian. Side approach. Low kick to knee. Grab arm and pull into broken leg lock as Turian leg stiffens in pain response. Finger stab under jaw if unarmored. Or eye. Grab head fringe. Neck snap. Alternative. Front approach. Head punches to vulnerable plates just below eyes. Drop elbow to collarbone. Front leg sweep while vaulting over target. Spinning neck snap. Simple, right? Spinning neck snap. Why didn't I think of that? I just go by the general principle. If you were in that kind of situation, you don't try and punch anyone. You go straight for the eyes. Poke them straight in the eyes. Then you punch them in the throat. Then you knee them in the bollocks if it's a man. And then you leg it. Don't push them in the throat too hard. You don't want to kill them. You just want to... Well, I don't know. The best form of self-defense, if you're having to fight someone hand-to-hand, is just to run away. Just to run away, right? Oh, that's a classic form of self-defense, is cardio. But, you know, if you've got no way out, then you're going to have to fight, aren't you? A Krogan. This will be interesting. A top approach. Double strike to eye ridge. Slide down between blinded targets' rising arms. Precision nerve strike to throw. Secondary nerve strike to counter blood rage. Quad kick to bend target. Grip each side of skull. Running leap, spinning neck snap. Alternative. A bomb. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was so deadpan, even though it's a text log. That was great. Bomb. Just nuke him. They're indestructible. Okay. Medical report from Dr. Chakwa. Lung capacity 42%. Left side lung shows large lesions. Right lung has nodular lesions only. Antibiotic treatment now resistant to cipoxidin, melanarin, alburesin. Metastatic progress. Stomach, liver, minor. Heart negligible at this time. Jesus. Treatment options. Viable transplant candidate, but refused to be added to list. Synthetic lung generation currently impossible for Drell. Therapy and care. At this time, Mr. Krios should continue getting regular cardiovascular exercise in order to stimulate lung movement and prevent or delay the stiffness that causes lack of oxygen transport. While physical stimulation may also be beneficial in keeping tissue flexible, any injury at this point will dramatically impact Mr. Krios' body and cause rapid degeneration. It's unclear how much longer Thane will be able to serve in direct action. Thane should continue to wear loose clothing that leaves his chest uncovered to prevent moisture buildup that could worsen the problem. The Drell eidetic memory is often beneficial in allowing Drell to escape unpleasant scenes by losing themselves in happier times. In this case, however, Mr. Krios should try to restrict the time spent reminiscing, as prolonged sedentary activity may increase the rate of lung degradation. This suggests that what is best for Mr. Krios currently is to continue to remain active and to engage with other team members in order to stay mentally and emotionally stimulated. Man. Yeah, there's going to be no cure for him, is there? Okay, grunts. Okir's vat bread prototype. Threat to continuation of genophage likely minimal, but leak knowledge and location of perfect Krogan to Solarian Special Tasks Group. Oh, God. Recent extranet activity. Search, Krogan history, Great Wars, genophage, Okir, Tachanka, you can't spell, Erdnot Rex, Battlemaster Shepard, Commander Shepard, Animal fights, Tyrannosaurus Rex, lizard, dinosaurs. Battlemaster humans, human history, Earth wars, human general, historic conflict, warrior humans, great humans, modified honored humans, great storytellers of humans, war stories. Human Homer, Kipling and Hemingway, human writers, Ernest Hemingway, audiobooks. The sun also rises. For whom the bell tolls, a farewell to arms, deleted. The Old Man in the Sea searched for sharks. Recent transactions, catalogue order, Ultra Black Ops, Mega Catalogue, Engine Oil, Madness of Sacrifice, Biography of Warlord Okir, Tasty Bites, When Fauna Attacks, Vania. Everyone watches Vania, man. Asari Confessions. He's into Asaris as well, oh god. Krogan Battlemaster will smash your enemies. That's cool. That's funny. He's learning who he is, right? So, fair enough. Okay, Cerberus. Rogue agency for advancement of humanity founded in 2157. Active in both Citadel and Terminus space. Strong human supremacist overtones. Classified as a terrorist threat by both the Systems Alliance and the Citadel Council. The loss of credits due to the elusive man's direct interference in recovery of Commander Shepard's body has been offset by data gathered from the Lazarus Project. Withhold retaliation until Shepard's long-term functionality is confirmed, 1 year post-resurrection. Yeah. Lazarus Project. Withhold retaliation, man. Activity highlights. Okay, 2157 Manifesto published. 2160 Facility on Pragia constructed. 2161 Subject Zero born. CDR Holdings purchased. Terra Nova Commonwealth Bank purchased. 2162 Infiltration of human media begins, specializing in extrasolar news. Constant Times, Scott Examiner, Nascent Galactic Broadcasting Corporation. 2163. Project Doorway makes forgery of council standard medicards and identity tags possible, allowing agents unrestricted movement. Scott Examiner destroys credibility of Vera Safin, frontrunner for Prime Minister of the Systems Alliance. Leak to Galactic Broadcasting Corporations stopped by agents in place. 2165. Operatives steal antimatter from the SSV Geneva. Assignment goes wrong, but discipline holds and squad fights to the death. Sole survivor divulges little but names his sponsor, Cerberus. Recruitment increases, but stringent standards slow growth. 2166. Haribon Military Industries purchased on Terra Nova. Legitimate arms contracts to colonial forces, models without serial numbers produced for export to crime syndicates in Batarian space and the Terminus systems. 67. Cerberus agents among humans recruited into Global Maritime Justice Organization on Trident. 68. Assassination of 22 Solarian crime syndicate members on Trident leads to takeover of narcotics trade. Reprisals bloody but tolerable. Milky Way Foundation created to funnel money. New Dawn Pharmaceuticals purchased to begin Project Trapdoor. 69. Trapdoor experiments on Asari captives with Omega and Kephalin to measure disruption of biotic powers. Estimate 2.5 mg active ingredient for each 25 kg of body weight. Under 7.5 mg dose optimal to avoid detection by taste or smell. 3 to 5 Citadel standard days onset period. Powers return in 2 to 5 Citadel standard days after last dose taken. Permanent damage possible. Jesus. 2170. Nanosurgery on Subject Zero successful. Omega and Kephalin fails to work on appropriate receptors. Program begun to instill other Cerberus operatives with resistance to OE. 71. Pope Clement the 16th assassinated via rosary beads coated with sodium nonacetate and dimethyl sulfoxide. Death attributed to age and heart failure. Replacement Pope Leo the 14th has eschatological beliefs in line with militarizing humanity. Forgiving attitude to Solarians with the genophage proves useful for strategic alliances against the Turians. 73. Inez Simons resigns as head of Terra Firma Party. Frontrunner Claude Menot assassinated. Charles Terracino much more tractable. 74. Radium placed inside office chair of Systems Alliance parliamentarian Artyom Gavrikov. Gavrikov's death attributed to cancer. Emergency election much cheaper to manipulate than normal process. Cerberus-backed candidate loses. Winning candidate approached. Found susceptible to bribes. 75. Michael Mossel Lang approached by operatives in militia community. Insider information given for stock buy to provide him with funding. Contact severed. But electronic surveillance remains. Lang purchases armaments. Influx of humans into Trident political scene leads to renaming of capital with human name, New Costeau. 76. Electronics surveillance removed from Lang's home. Lang kills Enrique Aguilar and Ying Zhong. Resulting approval bump for Vice President Belknap allows passage of financial reform bill allowing for increased loopholes in colony-based shell companies. Fighting among vice premiers a bonus, as Lin Yi alienates Politburo Standing Committee and his chances of election to the Systems Alliance Parliament are dashed. 77. Successful acquisition of Light and Shadow Pictures, proprietary Reality Plus video editing machine. Capacity to forge photorealistic video is now unsurpassed. I'm wondering if at some point we're going to have the opportunity to wipe Cerberus out towards the end, right? I mean, they've had such a hand in so much bullshit, right? Matriarch Tilia Eraza targeted with Omega and Kephalin. Claims of biotic superiority to non-biotics deflated once her powers fail. Voice in citizen legislature considerably diminished. 81. Military arm creates post on planet Binthu. MSV Anixora sabotaged. Catalyst added to metastable metallic hydrogen fuel by timer injection. Ship breaks apart during faster than light. All hands aboard lost. Turian hierarchy, Hawk, Rayharix, Ursivus killed in the process. Explosion attributed to faulty engineering. Admiral Kwoku begins investigation of suspected Cerberus activities. See competition details for more recent activity. God, they've just messed with so much, man. We need to wipe these people out if we get the chance. Elusive man profile. Cigarettes smoked today, 4. Drinks consumed today, 7. Daily Skyball score, 160 to 0. 5th consecutive perfect game. Suit 1 today, Gwilly and Vaughan. Light linen blend. 2200 thread count. Single button closure. Chest pocket, 5 interior pockets, 4 button cuffs. Yeah. Built-in protection from close range weapon fire. Plum coloured. Sexual liaisons in the past week. Sani Shilani, Ilium Entertainment's sexiest human alive. Wait, haven't we met her? Shilani. I can't remember. Brooke Carrigar, Skyball champion. Vela Vicious, Fornax Dream Girl for 2185. Stacy and Steffi Strong, the Terra Firma twins. And Matriarch Trelawney twice. It all in a week. Messages sent today to the Citadel, Ilium, Omega, Earth, Horizon, Eden Prime, Thessia, Palavin, Tachanka, and the Migrant Fleet. Jesus. Hope we get the opportunity to shoot this guy in the head. Captain Bate, why has he got a dossier? I guess he's written down as a potential squad mate, right, I guess. C-Sec Captain, survivor of Reaper attack on the Citadel, prefers dealing with Zakira Ward's criminal element off the record, ample blackmail material. Business correspondence to Zakira Ward, the Zakira Ward officer mailing list, subject new recruit basics. Listen up! I'm sending this out because too many of our new recruits don't get that being part of C-Sec on the Citadel isn't like security on a garden planet. I want you to drill the following into their heads until they're sick of your voice. Learn your district. Contacts don't make themselves. There's a mandatory minimum of 20 hours on foot patrol during your work week. No exceptions. Update your translators. The Citadel gets more than 9 million tourists a week. You need to understand whether that drunk from Omega's enjoying the nightlife or telling his buddies to flank you. Eyes are on us. Everyone from the Citadel to your bus driver is watching the new C-Sec. Yak all you want in the locker room, but remember a mistaken uniform can get plastered all over the damn galaxy's news. The whole damn galaxy's news network. That's it for now. Come to me with any problem cases you think we need to lean on or boot out, Bailey. Incoming correspondence list. List of materials read by Citadel C-Sec Officer Captain Bailey. Summary of the previous day's council meeting. Citadel Newsnet, front page stories, sports, arts, entertainment. Email from his ex-wife. Cancelled visit to the Citadel. Fair enough. VIP looters, dark side of the colonies. Citadel Newsnet article of the day. Report from Detective Nepatu Kasha on murder suspect Rose Jones. Okay, Jones is innocent. See footage from the camera. Department of Citadel Rapid Transport Emergency News. Cancellation of service from Zakira Ward to Tassiri Ward. Request backup from Captain Keitham of Taisiri Ward. A note from Taisiri Ward. Intendant Sonal Baresh expressing sorrow. Loss of officers Lambert Bretnas to gunman on Taisiri Ward. A request from Captain Keitham to temporarily transfer 2 C-Sec officers to Citadel's Zakira Ward. Invitation from Captain Keitham to meet at the usual place. Email from ex-wife. Gang member shootout and Bailey's health. So his ex-wife still cares about him, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. We'll get to learn about Anderson. Angry Aria. De facto leader of Omega. 3 centuries of commando experience. Aloof. Paranoid. Excellent organizational and management skills. A transcript. Recording taken on Omega, Afterlife nightclub, private room. Door opens and closes. Ugh, what the... That's Enrix. Callus Enrix. Who the hell are... Hey, don't bother. Those shackles don't have a release catch. You mistake me for one of your clients or something, lady. Let me out. This was very good. The Turian's been at Afterlife for a week. Usually... I spot them earlier. Spot what? I know you're listening through the speaker hidden in Enrix's collar. I bet Enrix doesn't even know who he's really spying for, does he, Shadow Broker? Enrix. Shadow what? I don't know any... Wait, what are you doing? You don't play favourites, Broker. I admire that. But what I don't like is how you think anything twitches a muscle on Omega without my knowing it. Ah, oh, damn it, my face. Feel free to waste as many lives as you want, sending your agents down to my world. Okay, listen, I'm working for a guy, but it's not what you think. I'm not. Door opens and closes. Recording ends. Note, Callus Enrix's death has not yet compromised our other agent placed in the Afterlife nightclub. Okay. I don't know if this means it was the old Shadow Broker or if this is Liara who sent this. Afterlife planning session correspondence. From Aria to Cherkus Finn, events coordinator. Topic Afterlife entertainment. Flynn, here's what I want to set up for next month. Senior sisters, they're good, but I don't want them performing so close to the burlesque act when it comes back from the mining colonies. String out the flesh shows. Fight pit, too many vulture. No one's going to pay to see those little goblins eat each other when they do it on the street for free. Get me some Krogans and enough humans to keep them busy for an hour. That singer in tomorrow's band is from Eclipse. I'm surprised you didn't spot it. Bring him to me after last call. Hanar Jugglers. Before you sent me that vid, I thought you were joking. Book them, I could use a laugh. We should consider making the casino ship a VIP-only event. Hand out passes to people who need killing. And let them do it for me. There was more blood than credits on the table after the shootout for last week's jackpot. Interesting. Alright, Captain Anderson. Captain David Anderson is a rejected Spectre candidate. Close working relationship with Commander Shepard before destruction of Normandy SR-1. Monitor communications for renewed contact with Shepard. What makes me think that this is Liara is the Cerberus one. Military correspondence. Intercept. From Secure Convoy. It's encrypted. Sender Captain Farah Gapali, Arcturus Station. David Anderson. I have been asked to step in on the matter of your continued vocal and insistent support for Commander Shepard, formerly of the SR-1 Normandy within the Alliance military and to third-party contracts. The matter of Commander Shepard and their involvement in the attack on the Citadel Station is of high value to military intelligence and the Galactic Council. To that end, we respectfully ask you to cease and desist your continued investigation that has been deemed closed and sealed for 2 solar years. Your continued agitation in this matter is deemed a high security risk with potential repercussions for galactic security. Please consider our position carefully. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact my office. Sincerely, Captain Farah Gapali. Okay. Personal correspondence. Sender Cynthia Barris in Atlanta on Earth. David. Henry and I went to Jason's graduation ceremony in San Francisco today. Such a beautiful occasion. All those gowns and bright spirits, so much potential. I know Henry would frown at the thought, but I couldn't help recalling the pomp around your appointment to the Hastings. You were the second in command, weren't you? The military always did ceremony very, very well. God, that was a lifetime ago. Jason says to send his best. I'm so proud of him. Aerospace engineer. I don't pretend to understand what he does, but the gleam in his eyes when he's trying to explain his latest designs to me says that he's found his place in this universe. He wanted you to be there at his ceremony. But I know duty calls. He sees you as a heroic figure fighting off grand battles in space. I hope you can make it for the holidays this year. Henry asked just the other day. I know you don't see eye to eye on much, but he respects you. He respects what you do, and you know Jason is over the moon when you can take the time to review his ship designs. Let me know about the holidays, and David, please be careful. Love, Cynthia. Transactions? Okay, yeah, I guess he doesn't get to go home really that much. Dionysus. Dionysus imports, catalogue order. Video download Seren, a hero betrayed. Purchase. Modus Valley brand, 2 bottles white wine. Damage the truth behind the Citadel crisis. Ilium elite brand, yeah, he's drinking a lot. Path of Lies, a history of the Alliance military. Afraid of the Dark, Reapers, Collectors and Other Myths. Video download. Vodka. Clean sweep of the home maintenance. Okay. Hackett. Commanding officer of the Alliance Navy's 5th Fleet. Worked with Commander Shepard before destruction of the Normandy SR-1. A deep cover operative is scheduled to replace his current aide in 2 months. Interesting. Internal naval correspondence from Major Caleb Antella to Admiral Stephen Hackett. Subject: taking action on Commander Shepard's return, sir. We've confirmed sightings of Commander Shepard on Omega, and that the commander is now working for the terrorist organization Cerberus. Several Alliance officials have let it be known that they consider it crucial that we interrogate humanity's first Spectre on her apparent desertion of the Alliance in the Citadel. If we bring Shepard in now, we can gather an account of the commander's past 2 years without being pressured by the galactic media to leak potentially sensitive data. In light of this, I am officially requesting that you rescind your orders against Alliance contact with Shepard. Okay. Rest assured, our department is dedicated to the commander's safety, provided that Shepard is cooperative in furnishing us with a detailed report of her previous whereabouts and current work for Cerberus. We anticipate releasing her from Alliance custody no later than 5 to 7 months from acquisition. Respectfully awaiting your reply, Major Antella, Department of Internal Naval Affairs. Major Antella, request denied. Hackett. Okay, good to know. The Shadow Broker, classified. Mail archive. To the Shadow Broker from Operative Keshlu. Per your request, we've landed on the Yagh homeworld and captured a specimen for your studies. Oh, right. We actually had to kill several of them before finding this one, which seemed interested in leaving the planet. Hopefully this means he's more trackable. I do recommend caution, however. These creatures may indeed be valuable shock troops or bodyguards, but their savagery puts even the Krogan to shame. As near as we can tell, it's part of their culture. They're not simple brutes like most Krogan. The one we've got is learning nearly as fast as a Solarian. He could be more dangerous than you realise. From the Shadow Broker to the Operative. If you're reading this, my young friend, then you've eliminated the former Operative Keshlu and have taken his position. These past few months have seen you learn and grow at a rate I would never have credited had I not seen to it personally. You already understand 17 languages without translator assistance, and your political predictions have bettered some of my best agents. As Keshlu, you will command strike teams to gather intelligence and neutralize potential threats. Remember your training. Losing your temper costs you that priceless mind of yours, as well as the loyalty of your men. The Shadow Broker leads those who look for secrets. He must be trusted by his men so that he can in turn trust them. Gathering knowledge is a holy task, one I'm sure you understand, as you wanted to be off your homeworld so badly, to see what wonders awaited you out here. Please provide an update of all operations, Keshlu, and know that I'm proud of you. Remove Operative Keshlu immediately. He's too dangerous to leave alive. Engage only with numerical superiority. Otherwise, change all access codes and observe only. Provide no information. Keshlu must not be allowed any further access to... Operative Keshlu is no longer a problem. Discontinue code changes and resume normal activity. I want a status report on all operations by the end of the next solar day. Shadow Broker out. Man, that's how you become the Shadow Broker, right? Kill the last one. Okay, we've got an entry on the Yagh. Any extras? No. Shadow Games, the Broker's Secrets. The Yagh are a race of massive apex predators from the world of Parnak, whose rise to sentience is has no way blunted their violent nature. A group of Yagh is unable to cooperate until a single leader has been determined through either social maneuvering or brute force, but no grudges are held once a Yagh establishes dominance. Former rivals serve their new superior's purpose with unflinching loyalty and relentless determination, a legacy of their origin as a pack species. Their 8 eyes are another sign of their hunter ancestry. All 4 pairs are geared towards tracking down and predicting the movements of prey. Sophisticated and keenly developed sensitivity to movement and light have made Yaghs masters at reading body language, regardless of species. Much to their short-lived chagrin, the Council's first contact teams discovered it was nearly impossible to lie to the Yagh. The Yagh had technology equivalent to 20th century Earth standards when they were discovered by the Council in 2125. The Council's ambassadors approached the Yagh as friends and allies instead of subordinates. A baffling sign of contempt from newcomers on Parnak. The Yagh attacked when it became apparent that the alien diplomats stubbornly considered themselves sovereign people instead of new underlings. Parnak remains off-limits by order of the Council, which fears that the Yagh's size, aggression, and obsession with control make them poorly suited for integration into the galactic community. Interesting. Alright guys, it's been a whole episode of reading Dossiers, which has been great. We've learned a lot about certain characters, filled in a few gaps about certain others, interesting stuff to do with Miranda, with Mordin. Excuse me. Anderson's background was interesting. We learned a bit about the Yagh. Heartbreaking reading the transcript of Samara's last call with her children. Yeah, that was great. We'll see what kind of quests. We've picked up some extra side quests from this. I don't think the Aria will have anything extra to say. Let's just test that out quickly.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, thank you. Alright guys, we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave me a like if you did, and just remember everyone, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.